Great to see everyone. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday night. I am coming on super late, and I'm so okay with that. My hair's starting to grow out a little bit more, so for the people that were making fun of it last time, it's not as bad. It's actually way more fly than I could have ever had wanted it. So, yeah, today I'm talking about looking at the world in some new lens, like optics, right? Different ways to see things. And it really comes down to the way that we get to take a step back and breathe and just observe, because there's so many different perspectives and sides to stories and situations that you could totally see just one side of things, right? And it's because it could be because of multiple reasons. It could be because like the way that you were grown, the way that your parents were treating you, the beliefs bestowed upon you, even like the government, the media, like all this stuff, right? So you could be looking at, something that there's so much fear and darkness and manipulation and control, and you're just like, yo, that's crazy, and like I don't want anything to do with that. And it's like totally understandable. You probably just want to stick your head in the sand and have some blindfolds on and just be like in your own tunnel vision, right? And that's okay if you choose to want that. Yeah, you know. And then there's other people that are just like, "Oh my god, yeah, that's so good. Like I'm glad this is happening." And then the other side's like, "No, you're absolutely crazy and insane for believing and thinking all that." And then you're like either a person that's going to stick firm to their boundaries and beliefs, or you're going to get scared and anxious and question yourself like, "Oh, is what I believe in wrong because other people are saying that that is the way?" And there's nothing wrong with either of that, right? Because you're just experiencing life through your own lens. So, and some people just want to have the rose-colored glasses on, saying, "Oh, it's all happy and sunshine and rainbows and daisies and tulips and dandelions and sunflowers like all the time. I see sprinkles and fairy dust and whimsical stardust all over me, around me." And some people like that. And that's kind of hard to live in that realm too. Because from my experience, like when I see, all these crazy ass things happening in the world, like my heart, it feels sorrow, it feels pain. And I am, my heart goes out to all these people that are suffering. And there's not much that I can do about it, you know? Like I can do some things like my own community, I can pray, I can meditate and just focus on me. And if I allow these things outside of myself to dictate how I'm supposed to be feeling, thinking, acting, you're not going to get too far. It's going to be kind of a hard life. And the more that I see it, the more that I've been able to help other people like see their light and bring out their gifts and have fun, choose happiness in life, I've seen more people get excited about that. Sometimes that's really hard to do in certain places and with people, and I understand that. It could look so insurmountable, impossible, but sometimes there is a way. I've seen it. I've seen the way. I've felt it. I have seen people also experience it, like the miracles and this abundance and just like so much more energy and aliveness in their reality, in their internal world, because they're starting to open up to like, consciousness and energy and sound, meditation and yoga and inner peace. And the end all be all is to feel liberated, to feel free inside. That's what we are all like searching for. Like, no matter what is happening in this world, can you learn to move the energy that is trying to bring you down to the depths of hell, to the depths of the barrel, to the bottom depths of the sea, to try to to hold your human spirit, your energetic blueprint. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Thank you for being here. Like, there's a lot of things out there that are trying to do that, and they are doing it because they have everything down to the molecule, the atom, to our biochemistry, to our neural paths. I am still not perfect by any means. Okay? I am not perfect. I still struggle a little bit, but I am way happier for where I'm at internally. Even if like Mac Miller said, if you all remember the song in 2009, it's like, I may not have it all, but that's all right with me. That's like where I'm at. I'm like cool with where I'm at, and I know it's getting bigger and better. Like, I know this. I'm doing the work. I could be doing more. I know I can be. Christ is king. Yes. Yes, Christ is king. Do I play games? Mario Kart. Mario Kart's like the only game I play right now. Yeah, love Mario Kart. Play with my family. We play online together. And yeah, and going back to the lenses, so like, you could have like your rose-colored sunglasses and just be like, "Oh yeah, okay. Roses and everything's happy. I don't see pain or suffering. I don't see any of that." That's like living in non-dualism. It's like what a higher end of spiritual people will say, because like we're all connected, we're all one consciousness, right? And I believe that. I totally believe in that. But I also believe in the dualism part because I've been there. I've struggled with demons and devils and depression and suicidal energy and like all of that nonsense. Not nonsense, all that bullshit, right? For way too long, for like a decade, way longer than it should have been. But like, I believe when people are telling me like, "Oh my God, a narcissistic, vampiric person is stealing my name, my identity, my energy, my gifts, my looks, my aura," and I'm just like, I believe you. I can relate on so many fronts. And some people just need someone to hear them, to hold space for them, and not tell them what to do unless they ask. And then you could give them all the advice you want. um, like just the other day, I asked a woman for permission if I could lead her in some breathwork and energy healing. And she's like, I don't know who I can trust anymore because she's been hurt by everybody. Everyone that she ever thought could love her, to even like her, to even have a connection with her. And she called me out of the blue. I didn't even know this person. She found my number on Google Business. And she was struggling. It was bad. I held that space for her no matter what she was telling me, no matter how dark her words, her stories were. I was there through it all. And then it's not all about darkness. Some of it is. People like these murder mysteries and stuff, or like these crime shows and all that stuff like that. So I feel like there's a lot more people that really like this gruesome darkness stuff. But of course, there's the light. And then, like, when I was able to tell her that I believe her and I see her and I understand what you're going through, she's never had that. She never had a person that could relate, that could even let her express everything that she's been through, you know? Because most people will think that she's crazy. And to an extent, I'm like, yeah, this is fucking crazy. What you're going through is insane. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong for having this experience. It's truth. It's experience. And then I was like, what if I told you that you could get all of this back in an instant? Would you believe me? If you could release all of these energetic blockages from within your soul right now, would you believe me? And this woman was like, yes. And as soon as she said yes, energy changed. She started crying. I started crying. And this energy was like moving, and I could feel her nervous system uh, relax right in an instant. And it was so powerful. It changed. I could, her energy changed, her voice even changed. She sounded more whole, even more respectful, more grounded. And she started, like, then I started giving her advice because then she asked, and I also asked for permission with that. And I was like, yo, like, this is shit that we got to do every day. I'm not perfect. I do a lot of work every day, but I could be doing more. And there's still some things I'm quote unquote falling behind, but because I'm being honest with my experience, right? Because it's not just me. And, like when I also help people, it's also a reflection of like what I get to do for me, for myself. 1 1 1 1. That's it, literally just hit that 11 minutes, 11 seconds. 11 11. Shout out to Stranger Things. And she was able to change her whole mood, her whole self esteem. I haven't heard from her since, but I've reached out to her a few times just be like, yo, I just want to make sure you good. You Gucci. That's it. You don't got to buy nothing from me. I just want to make sure that you are good as a human being. That's it. It was so powerful. We were on the phone for like 50 minutes. Couldn't believe it. I cried a lot. I loved every bit of it. The Empress. Or the Empress. Empress. Ooh. And the Two of Cups. Interesting. Yeah. It's been a wonderful time of healing this weekend, not just with me, but for others. One thing I was getting back to was like the lens, the glasses, you know, and like when we can see everything that's, being dark and suffering and all that stuff in the world, and then we find the bridge of like, okay, now how do we get to wholeness? How do we get to completeness? How do we get to one source, God, right? Because then when you can let them know that their truth is seen and is felt and is understood to the best of your ability, then it's like, okay, let's build the bridge so they can experience this side of things because this is more loving, more fun, more powerful and compassionate and joyful and enlightening and so many of these amazing attributes that get to really expand people's horizons and auras and DNA and conscious minds so much. So it's literally the bridge. It's like, how do we get people to find this bridge and to understand both sides of reality? And that's been like the hot topic the last like 4 days of my life. And I am eternally grateful to be speaking about it right now. And with the last, what was it? It was her, him, 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 her. So like 5 people. Technically 6 if you count the client call I had. But yeah, it's so amazing just witnessing everything in this reality. Just be the observer to like everything. Your whole life will change. You'll start to be the question. You'll start to figure out things more from like an intuitive stance. Like, oh, that was real. That's not. That's bullshit. That's amazing. And you get to like call that in. So yeah, honestly, it's so worth it. I've been on this journey since 2018 and I have grown so much every single year. And I never thought that I would make it to this point. I really didn't. Like, God always put people in front of me that would let me know that everything's going to be okay. That every little thing is going to be all right. It's so true. It really is. So I am I'm very excited to see what this year is going to bring. It's the year of the fire horse. It's not even like the regular horse. Like when you can. Rakshini, yo, who did your haircut that bad? Yo, it's not that bad anymore, honestly. It's pretty, I think it's pretty lit. I've gotten so many compliments on it, like, especially in person. They're like, yo, man, you cleaned up. And I was like, yeah. I've never had it this short in quite a while. But my hair grows fast. I'll tell you that. I think I look so good right now. Yeah. Christ consciousness, it's a real thing. I feel it. I see it. I know the way. It's getting other people just to recognize it and be it themselves. Like, I'm so excited to see what this year is going to bring out, like for real. If you're watching this live, you're evolving. You are already elevating your life. You are already being the question. You're already seeing like what is different? What else can I do? How do I feel more free, more liberated, more into my gifts and my purpose in life? It's really going to stand out. It's really going to start to like take over your life in the most like best and greatest ways possible. That's like the belief that I hold. Even for what I cannot see, even for what I don't understand, I believe. I believe. I have too much evidence in my life not to believe. So much evidence. How's everyone doing tonight? Would love to know where you're from, where you're at in the world, how you feeling. I'm feeling swell. I'm really excited. I have an event tomorrow night online. If you're interested, breathwork, energy healing, January 19th, Monday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. It'll change your life. It will transform your life. And you're gonna get so much out of it. You're gonna be like, yo, this is like what heaven feels like. Yeah, it's that real. We already got 7 people signed up, and we're looking at about 6 or 7 more people. So we already have about good 13, 14 people. This haircut needs a warning label. Victim of barbershop violence. Yeah, I'm not even affected by it anymore. I love my haircut. It's fucking fire, dude. I love this stuff so much. It's great. Yeah. But yeah, my breathwork energy healing events changes lives so much, like every single time. So so if you want to sign up, the link's in my description. You can go to thefoxwellnessden.com. You can look forward to that. So powerful. Yeah, we host that once a month. And I'm going to continue to do it every single month. I will message people. I will let them know that I love what I'm doing and I'm inviting you. And even if you don't respond to me, it's okay. Because I know people will still sign up anyways. The magician. Bada bing. Page of Swords. Don't look back. Keep moving forward. The Hierophant. Standing in your fucking power. Oh my god. The first card, when I first got my tarot deck back in like 2019, I think it was, maybe 18, 19. Yeah. I pulled this card, the Page of Swords, the first like 6 or 7 times I got the deck. And I knew exactly what it meant. And every single time I'd ask different questions, it would always point me right back to this card. The first 5 times I pulled a card, Page of Swords. You have to leave your old life behind. That was like one of the hardest things I ever had to do was leave my old life. That was hard. That was really hard. All the money, a lot of my friends, um, all the good times, all the festivals and concerts. It was not easy, but to be where I'm at right now and knowing what I know, I wouldn't trade any of it. If I had to go live this life again, I'd be okay. Knowing what I know back then, and I had to go through it all again, I've been like, okay, I probably would have handled things a little bit differently. Um, but it's all good. It's all good in this hood. So, okay. I'm actually going to sign off here. I'm going to just kind of rest and relax, get ready for tomorrow, meditate, probably play a little bit of video games, and just kind of enjoy. So, all right. Big love and blessings to you all. I love you. And you're perfect just the way you are. And if you still want a little bit of change in your life, then that's okay too. Maybe some of my services may help you. We are in a new era of energy, of belief and consciousness. Don't miss out. Don't miss it. And yet there's nothing to miss too.